Welcome back, guys, to another round of news, and this one is the Decepticon Power Hour.
Ooh, James, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you for this one. You just hacked my mainframe. I'm gonna get you. I just landed, and you just wait.
Decepticon Power Hour. So I successfully hacked into the mainframe of the bot system, so he will be out of commission for today. He'll be back soon, so don't worry. We just wanted to get you the news, and I'll be rating these since he's not here from a 1 to 5. 1 being he's going to hate it, and 5 being he's going to have to buy it. So I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of 5s in here, but we'll see. So why don't we just get started? So the first things we have for you are some convention news. And I really wanted to highlight the TFcon Toronto 2023 exclusive. This is really cool. It is Fanshobby's MB19C Huntsman. This is partnered with Chosen Prime. So you can get it at their booth if they're going, or on their website, like I will have to be, to make sure I get this thing, because this was made for me. This looks so cool. It almost looks like this is the original intention for the mold, and Double Dealer was just an afterthought, because this looks so nice, and I'm glad I didn't buy that Double Dealer, and I'm just going to be getting this. If I get that Double Dealer in the future, we'll see. But I really like this, and I really like that they still kept the little guy. He's very neon. No black on him whatsoever, and I love it. And that alt mode is perfect. All the things they remolded and whatnot just look amazing. So I will definitely be getting this. Let us know in the comments below if you're planning to pick this up. And if you go to TFcon Toronto, we would love to hear your stories and what you saw and whatnot, what you picked up. We love TFcon. We'll be going to Orlando, and one of these days we'll make it out to Toronto. So next we've got some San Diego Comic-Con news. So they're going to be having some panels. So the first one is a Generations Transformers panel. So they're going to be showing off new figures and all of that jazz, Rise of the Beasts, Generations, Legacy. But the big thing that I saw is that they're going to be showing off a Studio Series Commander. So correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've had a Studio Series Commander before. So it'll be interesting to see what it is. If it's going to be a Rise of the Beasts Commander, or if it's going to be an 86 movie Commander. It could really go either which way. So I'm curious. I'm going to put my money on Stratosphere. So we'll see. Oh, and I forgot to rate the Fanshobby exclusive. I think that was going to be a 5 for him. It's Masterpiece scale, and I think he's going to need it. So the next panel they have is an all-A-Bot Transformers Earthspark panel, and they're going to be just showing some behind-the-scenes things of Earthspark, the TV show for Paramount Plus. Haven't watched it. Don't know what it's about. Let me know if I should. All right, so let's move on to some leaks, and it's all Earthspark, this news cycle, and I'm just going to read them off. We've got a one-step flip changer breakdown, the Tacticon hashtag and RC, which I think we saw, a one-step changer Megatron, a one-step flip changer Twitch, Earthspark Warrior Starscream, and an Earthspark Warrior Shockwave. So there you go, rounding out the collection a little bit more. I am still sad to see there's no Tarantulas, because his design is really nice in that show from what I've seen so far, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that comes out and it's not like just a non-transforming or one-step flip changer. We'll see. If I was to guess, these are going to be a -5 for Bobby, because he's not going to want any of these, especially since they're not even... I mean, there's 2 Warriors, but I don't think he's going to want a Starscream and Shockwave with these designs. They are way too far away from G1. So let's get into what was just announced. And we've got some San Diego Comic-Con stuff. So the first thing we have is a pop figure of AirRaiser from Rise of the Beasts. So this is pretty cool. It goes with the Rhinox, which was a Target exclusive, and then the Primal, which was not. So you can have those 3. I'm assuming a Cheetor is going to be coming down the line, so you could complete the whole. I don't know what 4 people would be called. Well, the 4 amigos. So you could go ahead and get those all together. So that's pretty cool. And then and if Bobby was going to get this, I'd put this on a 2. He does have a few pop figures, so I wouldn't put it past him, but it is Beast Wars. So I'm gonna say a 2. That Bobby would like this. Next, we've got a Comic-Con exclusive, another one, and this is a print of Optimus Prime by Chris Maines. So I think if Bobby was going to get this, he would. It would be a 5 if he saw it. I read somewhere that it's only $8. I don't think that's right, but it looks like they're going to have a whole line of pop culture references. It looks like they had Bowser singing the Peaches song as well as Rocket Raccoon. So they're just adding this to the ranks. It looks really nice. Is it for me? No. Is it for Bobby? I think this would be a yes. All right, let's get into some actual transforming toys. And the first one we got is MP44S, which is Optimus Prime in the toy colors. And honestly, I think this looks a lot better than the real one. Now, or the original one. This one's real too. So I always like the toy colors better. I like the silver versus the white. We discussed this when the leaks were shown. So I'm not getting it, but I would choose this one over the other one. For Bobby, I think he would rate this as a 4. I think he wants it, but it's not on the top of his list. But knowing the wallets on that guy and how much he buys, it's probably going to end up in his collection, along with this guy, which is the same guy. So he looks really cool still. Posability always caught me off guard. I always liked it, and that looked pretty cool. But this is the guy I was trying to talk about, and this is MP56 Plus Rigor. Okay, they're picking some weird names in Jakara. This is Rigoras. I don't know. And he looks, I actually like this better than the Hoist and Trailbreaker. I think this looks pretty cool. I really like the head. It's still noodle legs, but it's pretty cool. He does come with this weird chest force field hypno thing. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if there's any history with that. So please let me know, because I want to know where this is from. Maybe it clicks on to Hoist and it's one of Hoist moves and they're just throwing it in with him. But that alt mode looks very, very nice. Still won't be in my collection, but I do like it. And you know, looking at this more, I think this is gonna be, again, a 4 for Bobby. I think he's gonna want this in his collection, especially since he has the X-Transbots yellow one, and if he doesn't put the decals on, they could look like 2 different people or characters or whatever you want to call them. So I think this would be a 4 on the top of his list, but I think he would think about it. All right, next we've got YOLO Parks, Rhinox. We've talked about these designs for death for 3 or 4 months. I'm really, honestly, sick of talking about Rise of the Beasts. I would put this at a 1 for him. I think he's going to like how it looks, but he's not going to want a model kit that doesn't transform. And that's a Bayverse figure. Or, I guess it's not Bayverse anymore, but it's a movie figure, and it's Beast Wars. So, it looks cool, though. You know, like I was talking about with that RC in the last video, it'd be cool to repaint it into, like, Headstrong or somebody, just to have a cool, unique deco. All right, so next let's get into some third-party stuff. And the first thing, we've got the DNA Designs Gamer Edition Optimus Prime upgrade kit. So this is pretty cool. It comes with the axe, some covers and stuff. So it covers up the back end and it transforms with these parts. So I would say this is almost necessary if you like this figure. That was the biggest drawback, in my opinion, to this. And this fixes it. And it looks pretty good. The color matching's fine. But in robot mode, I don't see much of a difference. Yeah, they filled in some holes. Yeah, it's, you know, a little different, but there's not too much different, which is probably a good thing for some of you guys out there that really like this design. I know this is a really popular Voyager, so I don't think they had much to change in the robot mode. But what's really cool is the axes are coming in all the colors. And I like this. I like to give my figures weapons, so I'm eyeing that purple and red axe. The blue one's even a little cool. That might be cool on an Ultra Magnus. So we'll see if I pick these up. They're pretty cheap. I think they're like $8.99 or something like that. So this one's hard because Bobby doesn't have the Game Reverse figure. So I'm just going to do it on the Game Reverse figure. I would give him a 3 on that. He liked that Bumblebee, which surprised me. So he might come out of the gate swinging and buy this too. So let's get into some legends. So the first thing, we have Mech Fans Toys Flame Commander, and this is the battle damaged version, and this actually looks really good. The paint is amazing. They got the figure spot on. It has the mini car mode as well, so I really like this. The trailer also turns into the battle platform, so they got that too. I would give this a 3 for Bobby, only because if he saw this on sale like that Toxitron, I think he'd pick it up. Even though he doesn't like Rodimus, I think he'd pick this up. But I think he would be more inclined to pick this up, which is the metallic version. And I think this one looks really nice, and they did a great job painting this. So let me know if you're interested in those and if you're going to be getting them. I'm interested to see where the fans are at, because these look very nice. All right, let's get into some updates. And the first thing is we've got some Soundwave G.I. Joe crossover notes. So I don't think the pictures are new, but the notes are. So the first thing, they must have watched our video, because Zatran and Zarana, excuse me, are all new O-ring figures. So they used the old molds and they fixed them up a little here and there, and they made them a little bit better. They still look like retro figures to me. I think they should have painted them as Frenzy and Rumble. I think that would have been really cool. Give them new outfits with Decepticon symbols on it. They're making, you know, Soundwave fit G.I. Joe, but they're not making the G.I. Joe figures fit the Transformer figures. So I think that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. But let's keep going. So the Ravage is actually the MP mold. I thought it was a solid figure, but it's an MP mold that actually converts and can fit into Soundwave's chest. It has a cassette chest, because of course he does, even when he turns into a weird warthog car thing. So that's pretty cool. He's still 10 inches tall, so he's commander scale, but not really, if that makes sense. And the, who was it? BMAC actually pushed really hard to get that chain to go with Ravage, so you could put it with the Baroness from Megatron, so he has more of that accurate, the comic accurate look where she has the chain and Ravage on it. So that's cool. I'm glad they added that in for people that want that. Next we have something I'm gonna, and this figure I think is gonna be a 3 for Bobby because of the price. I think he'd be in if it wasn't for that price. So we'll see. I'm very interested to see if he picks this up. I think he is, but I'd stay on a scale of want it versus have to buy it. It would be a 3. All right, so next we've got the Roboson Optimus Prime non-transforming figure. They showed off some video of it and it looked pretty cool. It moves around and stuff. It's everything you expect it to. Yeah, not much else to say. We've already talked about this before. I'm gonna give it a 1 because it doesn't transform and that price is really out there. But if you guys are a movie fan, I can see why you like this. Next, we've got some pictures of Trashmaster from Marco Clonus. So here he is. I really like that you could put that claw on his head and give him like a dinosaur look. I think that's pretty cool. Still not a big fan of the colors. And here it is in the alt mode, which I think is the Shining Star. This looks really nice in alt mode. I'm still undecided if I'm going to be picking this up. I think I was spoiled when I saw the purple and green color scheme, and I was like, got all my hopes up that it was going to be some Decepticon, and these are kind of bland colors for what they are. You know, they could have at least made it green, like a real dump truck, at least around my area. I don't know about yours, or something. I think that they went the easy way, which is fine. It's just not for me. And if I was to put this at Bobby, I'd put him at a 2. I don't think Bobby's really gonna go for this, but you never know. So time will tell. Next, we've got some shots of the Countdown base from Funbee Studios. This looks pretty good. If you need a Micromaster Countdown, I would pick this up. I'm not big into bases like this, so I wouldn't be getting it. And I guess they had a scout car, and it actually had holes in the bottom to go into the Countdown base. So great way of combining the two and being able to do it. So props to them. I'm going to give this a 2 as well for Bobby, because I don't think he has many Micromasters, or they might have came after he was finished with Transformers in the 80s. I don't know. So I'm gonna go with 2. He's gonna have to correct me on that. All right. And last, but certainly not least, we've got more pictures of MB-21. And this thing looks phenomenal, and I cannot wait to get this in. I can just already see this as Tidalwave. I am so excited, and I'm gonna pick up every color. Maybe, hopefully. So I really think this looks cool. Let me know if you guys are gonna be picking this up. I'm gonna give it a 3 for Bobby. He said he's not very interested in the character, but then he's very interested in boats, and he likes Fanshobby things, and he bought their Prime. So I think, and they're both Megatrons. So I'm gonna go with a 3 for Bobby. I think this is gonna be an impulse buy for him. All right, so there's more pictures, and I added this one in there because they show off Ramjet. Now, Ramjet is one of my favorite mini-cons because he's so tiny, and I'm very excited to have him. I just picked up the Galvatron, who's right here, and this is a great figure. I wasn't expecting anything less from Fanshobby, so I'm very excited to see how this turns out and how big it is. I hope it's huge. I don't think it's going to be ginormous, but I hope it's like, you know, at least 1.5 times the size of that Galvatron. Okay, so let's talk about what's incoming. First thing, we've got NeoArt's dual form Leonidas, that's what they're calling it, the white and black version. And they look really good. Pick them up if you need them. I'm thinking about the black version just because it's only $85, and that deco's growing on me. I have the original one, why not add this one to it? Haven't put any money down, don't know if I'm gonna, but we'll see. And I'm going to do these separately for Bobby. I think the normal Leo Prime is going to be a 1. I don't think he wants it. I think he already has the Masterpiece version. And if he doesn't, he has the Legacy version, and he's not a big fan of the character. He doesn't know anything about the character. I get it. The black one, though, I'm going to go with the 4. He has a shelf of repaints that he is slowly putting together, and I think this would go very well with it. I think he was interested in getting the black Star Saber, and he has the black Superion, so I think this would look very nice with them, especially for $85. You can't go wrong, and those claws are really cool on the original one and on this one, and that's another reason why I'm thinking about getting them. Those red claws are really, really nice. All right. Almost done. Let's get into some Magnificent Mecha upgrade kit for Nemesis Prime. So this thing looks really good, and if I had this Masterpiece movie Nemesis Prime, I would pick this one over the DNA one. I think this looks really cool. It doesn't raise his height, I don't think. It just has little hands and stuff. But I like the axe. I like the swords. This looks really cool. It almost makes me want me to pick it up. Almost. And it gets a Bobby rating of 1 out of 5. He's not going to want to pick this up. All right, so the last thing we have for you is the New Age Poison. This is Ratchet, Shattered Glass Ratchet. So Legend Scale, we've talked about this before. It's coming out soon. It looks really cool. I really like the purple weapons. It adds a little unique flavor. I don't know if you guys remember, but when we talked about this, my only complaint was that the alt mode didn't have that teal, and it looked too much just like Ratchet. So that's my only complaint, but it looks good. I'm not a Legends collector. I'm not picking it up. Now, since Bobby is the Legends collector between me and him, that's hard. I don't think he has any Shattered Glass Legends, but I'm going to give it a 4. I think he would want this. All right, realistically, I know it's a 1. He's not going to pick it up, but I think he would like this. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in for that quick episode. That's everything we have for you today. Bobby will be back really soon. We just wanted to get you guys the news out really fast. So always remember, like, comment, and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it.
Well, there you have it. As always, till all debates are right.